Hello, hello. I thought I would make a little preview of what I'm going to do on my streams and then upload it to YouTube in the coming months, I would say. So that would be Fate Grand Order, a new game for me, which I've been familiar with for a very long time, but just recently, by recently I mean 2 days ago, I've picked up. And I'm really enjoying it, because it's Fate, obviously, and it's actually a good game. And obviously, apart from Fate, I'll still be doing Conqueror's Blade whenever that will be available. And some other games, maybe World of Warships, if I feel like streaming it. But Stellaris, whatever. We'll do Arena, but that come. So no, is one. Well, anyway, I'm here at the end of the Fuyuki Singularity. This should be the last battle, if I remember correctly, against Saber. And here is another battle that I've played on my previous account. So I basically made an account, played through the first Singularity to check out how the game plays, and well, basically how I play it, just to learn. And then once I did that, experimented with a bunch of things, I want to start anew. So I did, and here it is. After 18 attempts to roll a Berserker, but I finally did, and I do have him. I also know that we're going to face him here. So Crazy Speedy and Firehawk were kind enough to add me to their friends list. They're obviously far further into the story. Crazy though is much further into the story than Firehawk, or at least into the grinding. I don't know how far Firehawk got. But anyway, we're going to face Berserker. The Berserker is effective against everything, but also everything is effective against Berserker. I have my own Berserker, it's just quite a lot of damage. Has a good Noble Phantasm with a single target. The question is, will I be able to keep him alive until I reach that? I think the best choice will be just Jeanne d'Arc from Crisis, and get her Noble Phantasm, and that Noble Phantasm should do the work. If not for at the first try, then at the second try it should do, if I can keep her alive. Okay, let's try it. Here are pretty much all my servants. We also have David. The David that fought Goliath in the Bible. But yeah, since he's weaker than Diarmuid, then Diarmuid? I don't know how it's pronounced. Then well, I didn't get him. Also have like very similar Noble Phantasms, but this one is just better, a little bit. Still kind of weak. Okay. I don't have enough whatever leadership party cost, or whatever that's called, to add crafting essences to my heroes yet. Wind servants. Shadow Berserker level 62, 200,000 XP. Easy peasy. Ooh, nice. I can throw Rage and other attacks at the beginning. So let's do that. Okay. That damages me. Will increase Berserker efficiency. And I'll be playing 2 of those. So yes, please. Attack for everyone. And that's critical. I want this? Not yet. Not yet. Okay. Definitely want defense for everyone. And now invulnerability for 1 turn. Do I give it to Berserker, Heracles, or do I give it to Jean? Jean will be fine if she gets attacked. And they wouldn't want Berserker going down. Though it gives 10% in Noble Fantasy. Whatever. Do I heal Jean now? I don't think so. It should be fine. I will give her a boost to attack. And then 50 turns. So the cooldown is kind of too long. Should have saved it for or whenever I use her Noble Phantasm. Holy crap, that's a lot of damage. Wait, that's already half the damage. That is 4th attack. But I don't think I need to worry that much. Goodbye, Mashu. You did well. Haha! Gotcha. Yeah, Mashu saved Heracles. Okay, can you paralyze him? Missed. Okay, 2 Jean Outer Bursters. Yeah, give me that. Another 12 critical, so give it to Jean. Then, I don't know. Give evade to Heracles. I'm gonna open with Heracles, with 2 Jeans. Maybe that will do. No, probably not. No, maybe. It's a burster chain. Nope. No, that's quite. Ah! Never mind that. Easy peasy, level 40 mission on level 9. I mean, that's kinda hacking, Kevin. Wow, so I've jumped 5 levels. Nice. And I have better spells now. Oh, the Mystic Code, I know, is my attire. So, if I get a new attire, which I've seen like in daily quests or whatever, well, it's not a daily quest, but it is some kind of a quest, then does that reset the XP? I guess so, like all attires, if they're all separate XP levels, because they also have different spells attached to them, I guess. I will need to check out which gives which. Oh yeah, not a new quest. But to finish up the preview, let's do... what is it called? The Saber Archer quest and finish up the Singularity. Okay, so what do you do? Increase burst the card effectiveness by 15%. That's good. Restore your HP by 100 per turn. Charm, not really. Buff resist, meh. MP gain. And whether this or this, I want to keep him alive. Although this should make him deal a lot more damage. Let's go YOLO for the damage. Use up all the cost. Maybe we could get rid of Lancer and put a card on someone else. I mean, crafting essence. Need to get used to the nomenclature in this. But we are doing it the hard way. We are taking the guest servant or guest support. And I don't know if I should read it out loud during my streams. And yeah, I will be streaming, I think, once a week, the main storyline, and then maybe if I feel like it, I will be streaming the grind in between. But I'll be streaming from my PC, and then when I go to university, I have to travel by bus. That takes 2 hours. So I might just transfer my account onto my phone, play on my phone. While I'm on lectures, transfer that from my phone to my laptop, play on my laptop during the boring lectures, and then once I'm back home, transfer it back to PC. So I'll be doing a lot of transferring. So let me know in the comments if you are still watching. Do you want me to read these things out loud during my streams? I've done that for Doki Doki Literal Club streams, and I had to do 4 female voices and 1 male voice. But Fate Grand Order has a little bit more characters than 5, so that may prove difficult. Obviously I can just read everything in my voice and not ruin my throat entirely like I did with Doki Doki streams. Because constantly speaking not your own natural voice is very taxing for my throat at least. Well, since I already read this on my first playthrough, plus there is a movie. I don't know if that classifies as a movie. I think that was just released on the internet, it wasn't like a theatrical release. I may be wrong, but yeah, there is a movie about this. Called, well, Fate Grand Order. Or Fate Grand Order First Order? Something like that. Yeah, it is kind of a visual novel combined with a card game, but it kinda sucks that these line choices have close to no impact on the actual game. The only impact they have is like on the next 1 or 2 lines that will be said. And like the fact that they're there. First time I've played this, that was a really difficult battle. But I was also new to this. Well, I'm still fairly new, but not as new as I was then. So let's see if I can improve. Yeah, I definitely want evade with this guy. So he doesn't get hit. Yeah, give me that. What cards they have, first of all. Can't do any chain, really. I want to invest in Berserker's Noble Phantasm, because I think it should deal higher damage to a single target than Local Lines will. Okay, increase first. Faster. One invincibility, definitely Berserker.
シールドエフェクト発揮します。
Waiting my skills. Okay.
いきます。
So like this.
やー
はっ
Ooh, nice.
あまりに脆い。そこだ。
Aha, he's invincible. Joke's on you.
あまりに脆い。
Although the AI should know this, like, oh, this guy has used an invincibility spell on him. So why should I attack someone else? Good for me, I guess. Okay, now I have actually really good cards. So they go for combo, most good lane. They makes Berserker in there. Or do I do Arts Chain? The Arts Chain will not involve Berserker, which you would prefer it to do. Let's prioritize damage.
行くか
Like this.
アンサーズ
あがくな。
She's almost down to half HP.
あが
Hey,
くな。
Mash actually survived this.
あまりに脆い。
But this attacking lane makes sense from her point of view. Because he just has evading of 3 attacks. So she needs to burn through it if she wants to damage him. Okay. Berserker check. What I think is actually bad this game is that I cannot go back. Once I click attack, I can go back and, for example, issue a spell. It will be very useful.
そこだ。
Issue a full mash.
あがくな。
Oh. Ah! Yeah, if she went for Hercules and took him down because she absolutely can take him down in one turn, it would be problematic. Let's restore his health. Mashi is nowhere near her Noble Phantasm or any of her spells, so there's no really point in keeping her alive by giving her evade. There is a point in keeping Berserker alive. Let's give it to him. She's about to charge him Noble Phantasm. She should have waited with that. Make him be able to avoid it. Well, that's me being you. The game, not knowing stuff. Okay.
ああ任せとけアンサーズ
If I increase the damage of Berserker, that might have finished her.
あがくな。
Maybe. I should finish her next turn
消えるがいい。
without her being able to use her Noble Phantasm,
あがくな。
which I didn't prevent last time around. And she did use it, and she wiped out 2 out of 3 of my 7s. Just Noble Phantasm. And I went down to the very last 7 before I killed her. Well, I still had 2, but none in reserve. Stop that.
おかく。
Look. I'm discarded against. No Berserker cards, but that's not an issue.
ああ任せ行くか
Be down with this.
はっそら焼き尽くすぜ
ここまでか。生贄になったのはそちらでしたね。
Yes, you did a lot, Major. You helped. He's okay, don't worry, like her. And I imagine I'm gonna like her even more after Heaven's Feel movies. Speaking of which, I do hope that Alita does well, which will send message that we want good anime movies, and that will contribute to anime getting more popular, and that would contribute to cinemas getting movies here in Europe. Because you can watch Heaven's Feel in cinemas in Japan, or in Asia in general, I don't know if in Asia in general, and in US. I cannot in Europe. Because Europe is so nobody would go to watch it. Well, I fucking would. And I would go watch it multiple times. Then I had to wait for Blu-ray to be available. Or fly my ass to the US, which is kinda not the option for me. Also, I was, well, kind of spoilers. Let's wait for it. Well, I am aware of few spoilers from the game, but I don't think they're that major. So I should still be surprised by a lot of plot points. Like, I know what happened to that guy, I am aware of that spoiler. Which I guess is kind of major for the story. Also, this scene is sad. Like, I really liked her, the director, Olga Mari character. And her, one of the last words were hard, hitting, and reliable. Like, she still wants to trust him, have hope in him. Well, it's obvious that he's evil. And she can return, she can be saved. It's a shame that the game only scales up to 720p. Atmosphere. Would be a good name for an anime website. That feels bad. I can't do rush that movie. background over the First Order. Or was it First Order? I'm sorry, I named my character Mishu-chan. Because my first character was named Mishu. And it'll be weird if someone calls me Mishu-chan senpai. It doesn't really work, I guess. Yeah, it also feels weird because it is supposed to be based on like the current timeline, but seems since I'm 2 years, more than 2 years I think, late to the launch of the game. Yeah, he's talking already about 2019, but for me it is 2019. So it'll be weird to not get messed up in the timeline. You know, as I am 2 years late to the North American release of the game. The North American release of the game is 2 years late. The Japanese one. Though I think it released in 2017 in June, so it's not 2 full years. Oh, there he insults Saber. Even if she's alter, she's still Saber. No better than in Artoria. Is it Artoria or Arturia? I don't know. Japanese version is weird, just like Iskander. Sorry, but please shut up. Hello, Da Vinci. Yeah, it's funny how she refers to the player as the main character. Like, it was fucking obvious. Also on my stream, I will start streaming from the very beginning, like from the tutorial. Then I guess read everything out loud, or not if you don't want me to. But then it will be like a lot of awkward silence when I'm reading, so I guess I'll just keep reading it out loud. Yeah. Hey, what? I didn't mention Roman. The doctor was the other option. So what the hell? It literally doesn't matter what I pick. And yeah, here originally I hope that it will be the director, Olga. Because for me it was fucking obvious that Mash would survive. But then we go on and it's like, wow, it was actually Mash. Yay. And I knew she survived, so that's cool. But I want the director to survive as well. Yeah, if you would call me Mishu-chan senpai, it would be weird. forced on you gradually. I wonder why. Maybe that was because it was auditorial. Or just a story progression. Let me be hopeful one last time. And he's like, nope, she dead. Deader than Arena. So yeah, speaking of my plans of streaming, I'll start streaming since the very beginning, so I'll go for the entire Fuyuki Singularity. I'll stream, read everything, so we have the entire story. Obviously to do it I would need a new account, so I'll make it, and then once I go for the Singularity and reach the point to which this video would end, I will go back to this account. It changed from red to blue. And I don't know, like, when I'm not reading it out loud, I can read as fast as the text appears, and I can speed it up in options. But then when I'll be reading it out loud, I imagine that would make me slow down, maybe even quite significantly. So I think I'll just keep it as this. And I can always adjust it at any point. Well, apart from your initial battles, that are still a tutorial. Because I don't have access to the menu then. Master candidate. I'm not a candidate anymore. I'm a full-fledged master, as I have command seals. I like how even though the decisions here don't matter pretty much at all, they still vary like between two different personalities, because well, that's an issue with protagonists of visual novels, that usually they don't have a personality. Well, not really visual novels. A lot of others, other works, when there's like a blank protagonist on which you are supposed to engrave yourself, they are pretty much always close to no personality, so that as many people as possible can bring themselves onto it. Project, not print, really. So it was the first order, I guess. Singularity F, and then the next singularity will be first singularity. I think. So it was the first order, I guess. So it was the first order, I guess. Singularity F, and then the next singularity will be first singularity. I think. Okay, I guess rip this video in few countries when it comes to YouTube and maybe rips out on Twitch. Well, not entirely for the fragment. We got a Holy Grail of PogChamp. Cool aim has been sent to my box. I'll take it. It's 10, okay. I'll take the 7. That is received back to level 1.
おっと、今回はキャスターでの限界ときたか。ああ、あんたらか。前にあったな。
Weird. Looks weird. Yeah, it is fast singularity. So nice how the G sticks out and Y. Alright, well, I guess that's the end of the preview, which turned out to be quite long, but whatever. This stream will be much longer. Then when I put it onto YouTube, I guess I'll fragment it into smaller bits. I'll see how I'll handle that. Oops. Okay, anyway, thank you for watching, if you are still watching until the very end. Or maybe you've just skipped to the very end because you were curious without watching the middle. It's okay.